Hey guys, we're all familiar with the little brushless tiny whoops. Today we're going to have a look at something slightly more amusing. It's just a tiny bit bigger than these guys. The Fatbee. The nice folks at Banggood have sent me this. Unboxing is boring, so we'll do it really quickly. There's a manual, there's a couple of batteries, some spare props, look at all that, and here is the Fatbee. And they offered to send me a couple of things to review. This one amused me the most, so I decided it had to be done. Compared to the tiny whoop size, it's slightly bigger, but it's got little glowing eyes that light up, and it's shaped like a bee. So I suppose we should see how it flies. It always amuses me to have a controller that's significantly larger than the aircraft. This guy runs 2S, by the way. Comes with a little USB charger. Slightly bigger connector than the tiny whoop micro JST. Battery's attached with Velcro. It's a little bit dodgy, but it works, I guess. Comes pre-configured with Cleanflight. There you go. He's alive. I had to go in and tweak a few things as well as bind it. It wasn't overly painful. Same sort of deal as any sort of quad setup. Notice that this guy's loud. Ah! And strangely uncontrollable. Actually, it's pilot error. I haven't tweaked the rates and the expo much though, so she's a bit twitchy. Yeah, louder than a tiny whoop. It will not be as subtle in your office or family home with this particular quad. Let's open the door and see if we can do a few laps of my lovely house. Actually, while I've got the lid of this guy off, might have a quick look inside. Very basic camera mount. Look at that, wobble, 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 wobble. Not much in the way of tilt either, unless you count tilt slightly down. This is not a good thing. It's got a dipole coming out the back, standard 40 channel selection, and there's a little control board there, USB. There's really not much else to say except that it is pretty flimsy. This doesn't feel like it's going to last amazingly well. And anecdotally, these protectors for the props aren't as tough as the ones on, say, these Betaflight type things. We'll see. Let's smash it up. Tally-ho, chaps. This could be very short. Whoa! That was very short. A little bit more power than I was expecting. Seems to be in one piece though. It's a decent whack. Knocked its little bee head off. It's a bit bent. Life was always going to be short and brutish for the Fatbee. It's just the way of things. Let's launch from out here. Because flying outside is a much better idea. Horrible twitchy build like this. Whoa, got some nice wobbles in that camera. It flies reasonably well out of the box though. And she's down. Nearly made it down the stairs. The old bee body doesn't want to stay on anymore. Just leave it off. Do some echo outside. is. So that just illustrates the big problem that I've had with mine, and that is props fly off. See, missing, and that's not a good feature. So, conclusions. There are some things that I quite like about this. It's cute like a bee. Has 2S, so it's got a bit more power. You can fly this outside in even a little bit of a breeze and it'll be fine. You can do acro, you can tune PIDs, you can tune rates. Bad things though include durability. The camera mount is not good, so that wobbles around. Makes life horrible and bumpy, and you can't put decent tilt on there either, so I don't know what they were thinking. But overall, for the price, you get a bind and ready to fly little quad, entertaining for kids, a little bit more power than a tiny whoop, a little bit more serious. Yeah, I think with a few little mods it could be quite a fun little quad. Durability enhancements and things like that. And of course you can fly this guy outdoors in anything more than calm conditions, which is more than you can say for the old Inductrix clones. So that's it. Testing will continue, of course. Thank you to Banggood for sending me this guy. Click on the links in the description if you want to go through there and grab yourself a Fatbee. That's it from me. Bye now.